know. Yeah, I'm already regretting spaghettiing it. Yep.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I know. I decided to finish the episode.
That's some reach.
Nah,
It's
that's
mad.
something.
What do you mean careful it's angry? It wasn't angry before?
No.
Again! Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hope everyone is doing good today. Let me go refill my drink. I just got the tweet out. Go give that some love for me, and yeah, we'll get started here. Okay. Ugh. Oh, wait a minute. What happened to the song request? Okay, it is playing something. It was just really low. Let me get this plugged in. Get this booted up. Get this signed in. And we should be good to go. And third. Hello, everybody. Oh, I didn't get you guys the sauce. Let me grab that real fast. Here it is. There it is for you guys on YouTube. Let me get it for you guys over here on Twitch. There it is. Okay. As you guys know the drill, go give the artists some love. And Arch and Moldy, thank you guys for the resubs. Appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a good day. Today is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, my dudes. I have like 2 more days to make it to this weekend, and dear Lord, do I need it. I feel like I am just exhausted at this point. So I hope chat's week has gone better than mine, but let me tool around with that. Okay. Hello, Anubis. It's going pretty good. Like I said, I'm tired. That's kind of what's going on here. This is the JP event that you guys see in front of you. Interestingly enough, it's yet another event where they've kind of just given us good stuff right off the rip. So I definitely appreciate them handling things this way. I hope they continue to do other events, but we'll see. Can't believe Dante from Dante's Inferno is an FGO before GTA 6. Absolutely. I mean, everything's going to happen before GTA 6, chat. Let's be real. They keep telling you that GTA 6 is on pace for 2025, and they're lying to you. And how do I know this? I don't know it. I just assume it. And I think it's a fair assumption with the way the gaming industry works. It actually is Wednesday. That's true, because it is actually Wednesday for me. Like this is not a weekend that I have to work extra. So I am gonna enjoy it. Very easy skips on both servers for you. I think Dante's a really interesting unit. I know a lot of people that are probably going to be excited just for who he is as a character, so I wouldn't write him off. But if it's an easy skip for you, it's an easy skip for you, right? More Egyptian servants, please. I'm starving. Yeah. The sun will burn out before GTA 6. Listen, that's way too soon. Okay, we're talking the heat death of the universe. Like that's the point that we're at. Yeah, if you guys want to see the the JP event, you guys can see it here. I did unfortunately let a little bit of my AP rot today. That was just due to busyness at work. I never really, because both servers had new story, I never really got to spend all of my stuff down. And so it became a little bit of a problem for me. But yeah, just to kind of show you guys. So there's only 3 nodes available for you right now in JP, but they're all level 70. So They're all three nodes. They're all like decently kind of handled, and that's what I'm saying. Like I actually like it when they do it this way. Makes it pretty straightforward and makes it like very easy to kind of just go right off the rip, as opposed to just getting like garbage tier like level 20 nodes or something like that. When is the next tax season? In the fall. Although I did hear a rumor that maybe like I think they said it was like 40,000 workers for the IRS are maybe going to get laid off. To which I was like, damn, couldn't happen to a nicer group. Like, I say that. I'm sure IRS employees don't all like worship Satan or anything like that, but I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking about like all the like extra employees that have been hired in that field for a while now, and it's like a lot of them are just kind of enforcement bullies at this point, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't care about them. Oh no, not the IRS. Yes. Does it have a release date? GTA 6? GTA 6 is just slated to be 2025. They have no actual release date. I think smart money is on assuming end of the year at best. And like I said, I assume, and when I say end of the year, I mean like holiday season, right? Like somewhere around there. But I assume that that it will like get pushed just due to if they're trying to do what I think they're trying to do and the sheer scope and scale, especially given all of the like expectations foisted upon them by GTA 5. I think like, yeah, I could very easily see that game getting delayed. We will get GTA 7 before GTA 6. No, that's probably the only thing that's assured that you won't. Nice video today, Cad. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okayist is the one that probably deserves the most, praise for that. He went through and edited it all. So if you guys haven't checked it out, we got the video of the two Ort fights up and active on YouTube. So now you guys can watch both parts, like basically all the raids, as well as my failure attempt on Final Form Ort. So there's definitely some content in there. But YouTube's been doing a little bit better. I'm definitely liking seeing it. Viewership is improving, and we are like some of the videos. Like just in general, the metrics are looking better, but some of the videos are actually like beginning to pop off, and that's good. That's like, it's something that I wanted to see to let me know, one, that like this community's not like totally dead to me at this point, and two, that like there is a reason to keep doing what I'm doing. Now, today's video didn't really pop off too much, but it is what it is. Like, I don't necessarily do the Saberface runs for like content so much as I do it for myself anyways. So if people don't want to watch it, I don't care. It's not like it's an especially like when it comes to like challenges, right? Like, I think the Saberface only run was more impressive pre-Castoria. Post-Castoria, I think everybody looks back at that and just goes like, nah, whatever. And I don't blame them. I started to get the videos recommended again. Good. I watched it twice. Thank you. I appreciate all the help you guys can give me on that front. FGO Part 3 before GTA 6? That might happen. It depends, right? Like, because if GTA 6 gets delayed, then Part 3 probably will come before that point. Castoria less Saberface runs? I mean, that's like literally how they were conducted for years. I think the difficulty about this is, and probably one of the things that like most people won't give me credit for, is that the game has definitely, since Castoria's release, adapted to Castoria's existence. They know that Castoria is a thing. They know that there are people out there that can block NPs. So they start doing a lot more now to kind of force you to. Which isn't crazy by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think there'd be several fights that would be a lot harder without the existence of Castoria, since the game is balanced around her existing. Or it was very anti-Castoria. See, it's funny you say that. If you mean like the general raids, yes. If you mean like the final fight, no. And I can say this as somebody that on JP, where my composition failed was basically I ended up soloing with Castoria at the end, and it actually succeeded and killed it. So Castoria was the last person standing for me. And that was not due to planning. At the time, I did not know the mechanic or anything like that. That's a 5-star C for the event, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But he definitely at least had like final form, or definitely at least had like those AoE attacks and stuff, and that's naturally going to be really rough. We will probably not be continuing Olga tonight, though, chat, because I did not get any time to like work on it at all. Like, I need to like sit down and plan it some, and I haven't had the time to actually do it. I basically like shot Avalon a message. Avalon never got back to me, and then I like didn't have the time even after that. So it just ended up being like a case of like, crap, like I'll just have to postpone that. Have you seen Dante? Yeah, I mean that's partially why I didn't get to. I was absorbed with other things. When did part 1 end and when did part 2 start gameplay wise? Are you talking about like FGO? That would be basically be right at the end of Solomon Temple of Time is where part 1 ends. Part 2 doesn't start though till Lost Belt, so you actually have a gap year. I think if you're gonna look at it, I think a lot of people would probably lump 1.5 in with part 1. I would actually do the reverse, and I would say if you had to put it anywhere, it actually needs to go with Lost Belt, because all of part 1 doesn't have break bars, but 1.5 does. So like 1.5 is kind of a like, it's a bridge, but it has way more in common at this point gameplay wise with Lost Belt than it does with part 1. Like just about everything in part 1's pretty easily defeatable. I think the only exception would be once you get to like Camelot, you start getting some gimmick fights, and from there, Camelot and Babylonia have a couple that are like, okay, you need to actually like think about it a little. CBC event on JP doesn't have gyms. CBC event on JP doesn't have like a point ladder or anything either. It is extremely simple. So it is just go in, clear the shop. And I'm going to say this, chat. I said it before, I'll say it again. I do believe that JP, after Chaldea Boys, is going to pop off. Okay? So literally they have CBC, but then after that, we know they have OC4. After that, we know they have the Grand System. After that, we know they have Anniversary. And after that, we know they have Summer. And after that, we know they have, you know, at some point, the conclusion to part 2. And actually, I forgot one. Somewhere probably right in here, you actually have the collab for the year. So, like, they got a lot of stuff coming. Do you think OC4 might be coming in April? Yeah, I think Trubs was messing with it, but he was basically saying that he believes this to be OC4 prologue. Like this event, right? Story-wise, narratively, that this will be OC4's prologue, in effect. I don't think he's wrong. I think, like it's not officially going to be called that, but it definitely is, like, designed to lead us up to it. So, yeah, I think OC4 is probably next on JP. But we'll see, right? Like, maybe I'm off on that, so... Or do they have a collab this year? They do have a collab, I guarantee it. I thought they announced it for spring, didn't give an exact date. They didn't, but they also did specify that when they said spring, they didn't mean late spring. So this means like early to mid is your time period for spring. So I'm thinking like April or May. And to me, a lot of it makes sense to do it in April. And then you go right into the Golden Week collab event. And then you like basically this is a really good like sequence for them, right? And then again, like from there, you end up having like the grand system come out. And then from there, you end up kind of like at this point, you're already like knocking on the door to anniversary practically. So. He's anti-ruler pinned. I mean, so to be clear, chat, if you guys go back and you watch the OC prologue trailer, like the actual trailer to all of Ordeal Call, Dante Alighieri is named as a character in the prologue. So like you know he has something to do with OC4. And it makes sense too, because at least on the screen where we can see Ordeal Call 4 like listed is in effect okay. It's like it appears to be in like Italy. Right? So like here's where it is the okay. Right? So it's like this. Here's Sicily right here. Here's the boot of Italy. So it's like, yeah, it's right on the boot, right? Like it looks like it's like right there. So I think it's gonna be Rome. And it's gonna have rulers, so it may involve some poping, it may involve some Romaing, I don't know. But it's definitely gonna be an interesting thing. Vatican City, yeah, I won't be surprised. I feel like that fits it perfectly. We're probably going to get FGO's version of shit. What's the name of the series? It's the one where it was Famous Books chat and then it had like movie adaptations and it was Tom Hanks and the Da Vinci Code. That's what it is. Sorry, I couldn't think of it. Yeah. So like I get the feeling this is going to be basically FGO's version of the Da Vinci Code is what we're going to end up going through, and they'll end up like they're going to really use it as an allegory to Dante's Inferno and all of that. So like I do think that's what they're going to try and do is create this like mystery in the Vatican or something. Angels and Demons was the second movie? Yeah. Does that mean Da Vinci is the servant you're bringing? No. I'd be fine with OG Gil getting a costume, though. I'm sure to a degree a lot of people would, right? Like, the weird part, and so... This goes back to the thing I've talked about is like, why doesn't Saber get more story? Like OG Saber. Why doesn't like OG Emiya get more story? Right? Like why are these characters that are so popular and so centric to Fate not getting more attention? Well, if you look at Gil, you can apply the same thing. And it's like it's not that they're not featured in things, that they never actually get any sort of focus themselves. And I think when you look at that, the answer to it is that FGO is trying not to focus on the original versions of these characters. They instead do offshoots for the characters. And that's who they try to focus on. When you look at someone like Gil, you have like Caster Gil, and Caster Gil seems to get like way more attention. He's one of the focal points of Babylonia. He has already gotten a like summer costume and everything. And they definitely like to bring him back into stuff. So I think that's where, if you look at that, that's probably what's going on and why they maybe don't do that sort of thing. But I do think it's stupid, right? Because it's like the same deal. It's like, why can't the OG really popular form get a costume? It's not like it's asking for a lot. I don't particularly know the story that's happening on JP at the moment, Menos. I do obviously know like what NA knows up to. So it's like there's definitely something going on there where it's like, oh, your extra classes are the problem, and then you go into Ordeal Call, and each Ordeal Call seems to be focused on a particular extra class. I'm gonna say this: if I had to bet what's going on, is we're sort of probably clearing the lock on each of these extra classes and okaying them kind of with the planet. So we're basically saying like, hey, look, you said humanity wasn't supposed to use these, but actually they're fine. And I think a lot of it is like, if you want to go even more macro level, it's the master basically saying, bet I will use whatever the fuck I want. So it's like, I think roundabout, like if you guys remember from the Ordeal Call prologue, the planet was basically trying to insinuate that like we're no longer humanity. And I think like all this is going to end up doing in the end is we're going to be like, nah, we're totally humanity. And that's it. So Shielder is next to get unlocked? No. No, next to get unlocked is 100% unequivocally Ruler. Because that is Ordeal Call 4. I'm going to tell you, Shielder is very likely to be the very last one unlocked. How do you do, fellow humanity? Precisely. Yeah, and that's because it's MASH, chat. MASH is the only Shielder. And who knows? Like for those of you guys that have wanted more Shielders, that may actually be the path to getting more. It's like maybe once we've cleared Shielder with like humanity, then now all of a sudden there can be like more Shielder variants or something. So I don't know. I don't want to like give you guys like hypercopium or anything like that, but it certainly could be a possibility. I thought we'd get Shielder before Beast, to be honest, as part of the final OC. Yeah, I mean, that could be it too. I think there's definitely a strong argument to make for Beast being the last one. And that's because like we still haven't met all the beasts. So it is a interesting thing nonetheless. And then this is an interesting thing, and I'm not sure whether or not this constitutes as spoilers or not. I think I can qualify it as it not being spoilers because, to my knowledge, this has not really been touched on in JP. Okay? And I feel like I would know if it were. But in Arcade, it is strongly hinted that Proto Merlin is a beast. And in a particular line, it is said that she is a beast of the star. Okay? So the way to think about this is what we're currently fighting are beasts of humanity, aka beasts of Alaya. This theoretically indicates that there are beasts of Gaia as well. So, like, I don't know that we'll ever be done with the beasts. They can kind of keep doing that. And I fully expect that at some point they will cash in on it. Whoops, I like it. Yeah. Given OG Merlin lore, I'd believe it. I mean, I'd say like not even OG Merlin lore. In particular, Proto Merlin is kind of like almost like a more sadistic Merlin in a weird way. A beast at giving the suck, yes. Yeah, I think like that's a really interesting food for thought theory, because then you have to ask yourself who could be the beasts, and like what exactly would a beast of Gaia do? Because a beast of Alaya, aka a beast of humanity, is a beast of like humanity's sins, its evils, right? And in order to be a beast, you have to love humanity in a like insane way. Like in such a twisted and warped way. So this is why, like, if you look at like say Doman couldn't become a beast because Doman didn't love humanity. So he was kind of cockblocked. But in theory, I guess that means that there would have been another avenue open to Doman, but maybe Doman wasn't aware that that was a thing, right? Beasts love humanity as much as they hate humanity. I would say it's not that they hate humanity at all. It's and the classic example I'm going to give you, chat, is beasts are yandere. They will hug you to death. Right? Like that's the way to think about it. They love you in such a warped way that they will kill you. Like it just is what it is, right? I think we like sane rational people could be like, wait, that's not love. But I think definitely you can make an argument that it is, right? Hold on, let me double check here because I don't remember what node I was doing on NA. I think this is the, I was gonna say. So you can see, compared to JP that has all level 70 nodes, NA has a level 15, a level 25, and a level 40 node. These nodes suck. But there's also just nothing you can do about it. They're like maxed out berserkers. Yeah, in a weird way, they have like madness enhancement, right? What was Foe the beast of? Is he cherishment? Or is that... He's beast 4, but I'm trying to remember exactly what he was. I think cherishment is yeah, I know he's primate murder. Is it comparison? It's just weird because that's such a weird one to me for Foe to be. But maybe that's why he hates Merlin. Koyan was parallel with cherishment, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. The Beast 4, will I get like the dynamic between Koyan and Foe? I don't really understand the naming scheme of that one too well. So it's like, to me, it just seems really weird. I just want a male husband beast. I mean, so far, Foe's the only one. I won't be surprised if that sticks too, given what they're kind of doing. What do the letters next to the beast numbers mean? Normally they don't have letters, but there are the occasional one where like they have different aspects, is the way I choose to kind of call it. So you have like L and R for beast. Is that beast 3? Is Kiara and Kama, and then you have like, oh god, what is it? What is it for Foe and Koyan? Wiki says he's Beast of Calamity. Yeah, it's weird. It's like all over the place with what they kind of do with it. I'm gonna be real with you guys. The beasts are one of the like most complex topics, just because I think some of it doesn't translate well from Japanese, and I do think that there is like there's different things that they're trying to do with each one. They just make it up, probably. I think what the beasts are supposed to be is at least a similar concept to like the seven deadly sins. They're not, right? They're absolutely not the seven deadly sins, but they're kind of meant to be a like similar concept to it. And I think they're also supposed to be like, I don't know, beasts of revelation in that sense, and like things that are kind of designed to be like something that snuffs humanity out. Which is super confusing after Kiara. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't proclaim to be an expert on the beasts at all. It's just a very weird concept to me. And I think at the end of the day, whatever rule you would try to like assign it to doesn't really matter. And it just all boils down to whatever the devs want to do with it. The beast letter system is super dumb. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the reason they went with a letter system is because it now can theoretically mean that there could be multiple parts and there can be as many as they want, rather than if it was like, oh, you're beast 4-1 or you're beast 4-2. Like, I don't know, maybe they would feel like that would be constraining in some way. Isn't Erish a beast as well? Erish is a beast, but she's a beast of the servant verse. So she's not part of the normal, like, dichotomy. They actually explain why the comma version was different than Kiara in the story. Yeah, and that's fine. Like, I don't have issue with the fact that there are differences, right? I have issue with like whatever their actual like scheme is for like naming and separating them. That's the weird part. Or it's like I'm not sure there's any hard rule to it. I think it's just whatever the devs want to do with each individual beast. Yeah, that's actually probably a good thing to say, Cross. So, like, Cross basically said that that beasts are like they're like grands in the sense that like you can have multiple candidates for one, and I do think that's the case. So it's like kind of how one grand lancer wouldn't be the same as another grand lancer. It would be the exact same thing for a beast, where it's like one beast 4 wouldn't be the same as another beast 4, but they're still kind of filling the slot. Cad's reading the whole Divine Comedy on stream today, right? I'm pretty sure my entire life is a Divine Comedy, so I don't think I need to read it. I think each beast represents a sin, but in a very loose manner, so it's flexible. Yeah, it does feel like they do that on purpose so as to not nail it down. So a beast system for part 3? I mean, maybe, right? That could be an interesting concept. See, I think, like, if there's any point to Ordeal Call, and, like, us using the extra classes means that we're actually a threat. See, I don't see that with Ruler, or Avenger, or Alter Ego, or Shielder, or Foreigner. Well, maybe Foreigner, right? Foreigner's definitely one of those where it's like, yeah, no, that might be a problem. But like quite literally, yeah, I think it's like Foreigner and Beast are the two where I'm like, yeah, no, we deserve this. It's like the rulers were in a problem. The Beasts, yeah, that's probably not smart that we did that. That's probably going to backfire on us at some point. That's why Koyan was trying to become Beast 4, because Foe gave it up. You know, you say that, but like, I'm not sure that Koyan was trying to become Beast 4. I think Koyan just literally wanted to become a beast. and she got slotted into slot 4. Maybe because it was available, or maybe because that's just the one that she fit. Right? I think this is where, like, again, there's no like, hey, there's a slot available, I'm gunning for that. I think there can be multiple beasts at the same time. Probably unlike a grand, right? Like, I think with grands, you have a case of there can only be one at a time. But I think with beasts, you have a case of, in theory, you can have multiple of the same beast active at a time. And that actually does get touched on during Oku. We didn't summon the beast, they just showed up. Listen. Chat, you can use whatever excuse you want. That's like saying, yeah, I mean, I shot that guy, but it wasn't my gun. And it's like, doesn't matter. You shot him. So I think it's one of those deals where it's like, regardless of if we summoned them or they chose to show up, we still chose to use them. So it didn't really matter. I mean, was it self-defense? In this case, yes. Yes, it was self-defense. Although, depending on the perspective, you may get lumped into a different organization and get accused of being the offender. Because they might be a major importance to ending the Part 2 saga. Yeah, to a degree, I think so. Right? I think, like, when you look at the Grand Order, and I'm saying this with NA knowledge, chat, if you have JP knowledge, shut the hell up. Please don't say anything. But if you look at Grand Order from, like, the NA perspective here as we go into the ordeal call, it's pretty clear that the going message at this point is that humanity is kind of a problem. In one way or another. Okay? We're either a problem because shit, what's his name? We're either a problem because Marisbury kind of saying that we're a problem. We're a problem maybe because we tampered with alien shit. Or we're maybe a problem because we are the actual threat to the planet. And Gaia's done with our shit. So it's like, it could be any one of these factors, or it could be all of them. And heck, there could be another unknown factor as to why, right? So, like, I'm just going to say, I don't think it's crazy to assume that, yeah, like all of this has kind of been brought about because of it. And I think that all of this is humanity, is what the core of the story is. Like, what it means to be human. And again, I think if you guys go all the way back in the story, this girl's the center focal point of all of it. And this girl is, putting this in Bleach terms, she's basically a mod soul, chat. She's like Kon from Bleach. So, like, yeah, I don't think Gaia liked that, let alone Alaya. I don't get it. She's an artificial human. You want to think about it that way? Now I need Mash in a Con cosplay. I mean, I need Saber in a Con cosplay because y'all know what that looks like. So you're insane because she's not a real human is the problem. I probably need to sit down and talk with Trubs. But no, I mean, like, I think there's way more going on with the Master than is let on. We talked about this in the LB7 exit like stream, but chat, do you guys remember the beginning of the game? Because, like, the Master wakes up. And that's the only hint I'm going to give you. Hey, you're finally awake. Yeah, the master wakes up in the back of the Skyrim cart. And what Olga said, interesting stuff. Yep. Yeah, I'm not going further, because to go further, I have to like really get into spoiler territory. Not in the sense of like spoiling you guys for NA, because this is a pet theory of mine. But in the sense of like, in order to like qualify all of that, I really have to start talking like story spoilers, and I don't want to. So maybe. It's like there's a point where it's like where I can only say so much. Chat, I will not be rolling Takasugi, but I think I will go ahead and throw a single at him. Okay. I was like, oh man, that's lining up. And then yeah, you got all the other Chaldea boys banners. Oh. Oh right, it's not JP. Okay, never mind. He's a Gintama character. I'm aware. Did Rio predict everything? Maybe. Maybe, chat. Knowing what I know now, there's a lot of like theories and stuff for the story that open up to me. And some of it I had already predicted, some of it I had not. So I'm going to be very curious to see how like Ordeal Call's story goes. But unfortunately, for better or worse, I think in about a year, we're all going to get spoiled. Because, like, I'm sorry, chap, but I don't see how the conclusion to Lost Belt isn't, like, going to be a, like, bam, in your face type of deal. Right? Like, I think for better or worse, it's going to be near impossible for JP to keep a lid on it. So I'm worried about that, but we'll see. I'll try to do the best I can for that sort of thing. Like, at least if you guys think back to the conclusion of part 1, like if you just did the fights and you saw nothing of the actual story, there would still be a lot hidden from you. But you would know who you fought. And you would probably be able to like piece a couple things together. So that's where I'm going to say it's like, yeah, I think like there's just going to be a chunk of things that's going to be like unavoidable. It doesn't mean you'll know everything, but there's going to be a chunk of things that's just going to be like, yep, saw that one coming. So I think that's just going to be the issue that you have. All right, chat, let us review Dante. Let's double check here real fast. Let's make sure that my boy is adequately in here. Okay. Yep. Yeah, this is gonna be this is gonna be the wonky one. Hmm. Wait, is that right? Yes. Okay. Sorry, this one's actually rough because Atlas has so many like layers that I'm having to check here. Okay. Why would you display it like this? What the shit, fandom? Oh my god. This is such a terrible way to show this. He's got the lies of P chat. Okay, they got that right. Uh Yep. They got all of that right. Okay. Good for them. Let's check the passives. Yep. Yep. I actually don't remember what the defender category is here. really don't remember what that category is supposed to be. Yep. 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 Okay. I know this is the last. I actually I don't know if Avalon's here, but I know this is the last second ask. But if you can, that'd be great. If you can't, it's fine. Made so many new icons for this guy. Yeah, they kind of did. I mean, it's Dante Alighieri. He kind of should be something important. I do find it really funny that he's story locked, though. Okay, let me double check one last thing, chat. We should be good to go. It's actually not that much variance. Okay. Chad, I think we're good to go. Wait, question about using with MLB Black Grail or the one who seeks salvation, the Amakusa Sea. Doubling 80% or three instances of 30%. You talking about this? So you're asking me if 10% right here times 3, aka the 30%, is more worth? I think it depends, right? Because obviously, and I couldn't tell you this off the top of my head without looking at some calculations, but it's like for turn 3, that's a lot more with like Oberon, right? Thing is, you're giving up 1400 attack power for that. So it's like, it may be worth, but I don't know that it's that worth. And yeah, it's like you could use that, but if we don't even have this MLB, it's not even 1400, it's even less. Or sorry, even more. So it is an interesting idea though. Honestly, what's probably a nice segue would be like Mud Rain instead. Right? Where it's like that way. Actually, hold on. Yeah, it is 2 stages 3 times. I couldn't remember if it was 1 stage 3 times or 2. Yeah, with Mud Rain, you at least kind of get a little bit of a mix of both, and you'd still get a ton. But is he our first 5-star Arts Pretender? I believe so. Because we have other Arts Pretenders, but they are 4-star. I mean, technically Lady Avalon, right? Yeah, Cagliostro is your other arts one. So he's only 4-star. So yeah, he's the first AoE 5-star Arts Pretender. Is the way to think about it. Don't understand why it does that, but whatever. All right, chat, let's begin. Hey guys, my name's Kadroth, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Dante Alighieri, the very famous author that has now been coming to us here with the Chaldea Boys event. Now, Dante is a very interesting character because right off the rip, we can actually see that he is a story-locked unit, and he is going to be locked behind Ordeal Call for completion later. So we don't get a whole lot of story-locked units into the game. I choose to look at them mostly as limited units because most people don't want to roll the story banner, but this does at least imply an interesting thing, and that's that you could get him maybe somehow if you did roll the story banner. That being said, he's such a late addition, and you have to have completed so much in order to even get to this point that I really don't think that's going to matter. Most people are just going to treat him as a limited unit anyways. But I do think story-locked units have a tendency to be a little bit rarer in terms of getting banners from time to time, so it is something to think about. He is available here during this current event, so you obviously can roll him with the Chaldea Boys banner, but after that, who knows when his next appearance will be. Maybe they'll rerun him again like shortly after Ordeal Call 4, but I'm not sure, and it'll definitely be an interesting thing to observe. Now, just like with all of my servant analysis videos here, as we like to do deep dives. I like to start out by going through the fandom with you guys and kind of giving you guys my insight on it. But I also am going to give you guys the refund numbers, the damage numbers, and kind of how he's going to work in an actual composition later on in the video. So make sure if you guys don't want to like see anything about the fandom side of things, that you at least jump to that portion of the video and get some good info out of that. So we're going to start out here by looking at Dante's stats. He is going to be our first AoE 5-star pretender being added to the game for arts. And that's going to be another interesting aspect to him because he's actually going to be a pretty decent refunder. Now you can see right off the bat here, he doesn't have too great of attack power. This is definitely going to be a concern for him. I think overall is going to be his damage output and whether or not you actually feel like you need him. To me, Dante is a little bit more of a challenge unit, less of a like, hey, I'm just going to throw him into a farming scenario. You can use him to that effect, but I don't think that's going to be where he's going to be at the strongest, and you'll see why as we go through the kit. But as you can see here, he does at least get a little bit of HP to help him out on that side. He's not quite topping 15k or anything like that, but this should at least be a decent chunk for him. Now, taking a look here, he is, interestingly enough, star attribute, and that can be reflected down here in the Intima Elish nullification trait that he has. Not every star attribute person is Intima Elish nullification, but he is one of the ones that is. This is definitely going to be a nice thing to denote, and this attribute actually will come into play for him quite a bit with his damage output, since it will make him relatively neutral to most other types of attributes. Now, just a couple other things here. He's got star absorption of 102. That's right in the smack in the middle. Star generation of 19.8. Definitely not terrible. And then an NP charge rate of 49. This may be a little bit of a concern as an arts unit, but remember, he is arts. He does have multi-hit Noble Phantasm. I'm not super concerned about this. I think he'll be fine, especially with what he has in his kit. His MP charge defense is 3%. His death rate is basically 19.5, which is a little bit under the average. His alignment is neutral balance. This is definitely another interesting one, as neutral balanced, as we've kind of talked about lately, is just not a very easy alignment combination to try and target. It is neutral and balanced by default, kind of trying to imply that it's not going to be affected by too many things since it's right smack in the middle. He is a male gendered unit. He has the basic traits of Defender, again, Intima Elish nullification, Hominide Servant, Humanoid, and just normal Servant. So realistically speaking, other than Humanoid, not a whole lot here to actually exploit against him. Looking at his deck, he has a double buster, double arts deck with a singular quick card. The hit counts are all average or above, with the two average ones being the buster and the extra attack. But the arts and quick cards, the ones that you're actually going to gain NP from most of the time, are actually pretty decent hit counts. This is a good thing for him in that regard. Taking a look here at his skills, his first one is going to be a quick arts and buster buff for 3 turns of 20% each. All of this on a 6-turn cooldown. And then he's going to also grant himself gut status 1 time 3 turns that will revive with 1000 HP. This will actually come into play with his third skill later on, so it's definitely a nice thing that he has it. Although I do wish that they maybe gave him some sort of ability to stack guts with other sources that maybe would be to his benefit given the way that his third skill works. Still, I think while this is nice, he does have a tricolor buff here that's really helping him out, but it is only the 20% modifier, so don't expect too much out of that performance-wise. As you go to the second skill, this is where things start to get really kind of hairy. He's actually not that difficult to understand, so I'm going to kind of put it to you guys in an easy way that you guys can understand. First and foremost, this skill will gain you critical stars. From there, you get to select one of 2 effects. There's no cost to it or anything like that. So you get to choose either Heaven Battlefield status or Hell Battlefield. What Heaven Battlefield status is going to do, it's going to change the battlefield to Heaven, and it's going to do it in the same way that, like, say, Arcuid's Millennium Castle Battlefield works, where it's going to go in the upper right corner of the screen. It's not going to be based on him, so it's not going to be something that you can really buff strip him of. However, you can kill him, and then it will go away, so that just keep in mind that that is a thing that can happen. So if you choose Heaven, you're going to end up getting the party-wide arts increase for 3 turns of 20%. You're also going to get party-wide critical damage for 3 turns of up to 50%. And then you're also going to recover the entire party's HP by 1000 every turn for 3 turns. So that's if you choose Heaven. If you choose Hell, you're going to get party-wide Buster Up for 3 turns of 20%, party-wide NP damage for 3 turns of 30%, and the ability to charge his gauge by 10% every turn for the next 3 turns. This is an interesting effect. I think looking at this objectively speaking, I can see some uses for going with Heaven, particularly if you want to increase his refund capacity. Obviously, the arts up is going to affect his damage, and then the party-wide critical and healing can definitely be good to kind of help maybe fill in some gaps where maybe a support's not doing enough, or you just kind of need to help get him topped off. It's kind of the safer play. But the Hell Battlefield is, objectively speaking, just the stronger one to choose. And the reason why is because even though he is an arts unit and you're boosting party-wide Buster up for 3 turns of 20%, the party NP damage for 3 turns is 30%. So 20% arts up versus 30% NP damage up, and the fact that NP damage can be scaled with someone like, say, Oberon, yeah, there's a lot there that you could definitely benefit from. So to me, as long as you're sure that you have the refund, it's probably better to go with the Hell Battlefield if you're just trying to fire off NPs. But if you're trying to crit, it's probably going to be better to go with the Heaven Battlefield, or if you maybe just need the sustain. Thing is, he's also got the 10% charge per turn every turn for 3 turns here, so this is definitely a really, really nice effect. To me, I feel like a lot of people, if they're just using him in farming capacity, they're going to go with Hell Battlefield. And if they're using him in challenge capacity, they're either going to go with Hell or Heaven. And it will depend on the circumstances that they are currently facing. His third skill gets even more wonky, and honestly, fandom does a terrible job of kind of displaying this. But the idea behind it is that kind of to start out with here, he's going to get 50% charge if you have the skill maxed out when you press the skill. From there, he is going to grant himself 7 stacks of debuff resist down, but they are a unique debuff. That is to say, it is this new identifier here, this Scarlet P, if you want to think of it that way. And basically what this is going to do is this is going to end up giving him a mark of sin, as we're going to call it. Each one of these 7 debuffs is going to be a mark of sin, and it's going to last for 3 turns. Now, in that time period, this is a uncleansable demerit, so don't feel like you can get rid of it by, like, say, using Castoria's NP, or using another servant's, like, cleanse skill on them, or even a cleanse mystic code, or again, like, command code or something like that. So that's both the good and the bad news for it. And I say good because, like, this is going to have a benefit, but it's bad because it is debuff resist down. So he is going to be a little bit susceptible to kind of getting a lot of debuffs landing on him. So this may be a good time to sit there and think, hey, maybe I need like some form of debuff immunity or something like that to help him out, to help counteract that. But again, so he's going to get those 7 stacks. He will also grant himself a buff on attack for 3 turns. That while he has the Mark of Sin status, it will remove an enemy's latest buff whenever he attacks. Now, it doesn't specify normal attacking, so that is carding, extra attacks, and MP will all remove a buff each time they hit. So there's quite the capacity to remove a lot of buffs from an enemy, and that's going to make him a really good buff stripping type of unit. But when he does successfully remove the buff, he's going to remove one of those marks of sins. And then if he does, it will increase his attack by 10% for 3 turns. But this is only if he's successful in removing a buff. So in that regard, this is why I say he's going to lend himself a lot more to challenge, because there's a lot of, firepower that you can get out of this skill, but it's going to require you to be in the right set of circumstances for you to be able to remove buffs, of which, normal farming conventions don't really allow for that sort of thing. Enemies just don't have the buffs, and normally you're trying to 3-turn. So you're not going to really give the enemy a chance to put it on. And so in that regard, I think that's going to lend him a lot more to the challenge side of things. He's also going to grant himself a self on guts activate. So this is whenever his gut skill is activated. It will also remove a Mark of Sin status, and then increase his own attack by 10% for 3 turns as well. So that's why I was saying before, if they maybe gave him stackable guts, you could maybe have multiple sources of it, maybe keep getting it removed, and then kind of abuse that fact to get even more of the stacks eaten. This would have maybe allowed for some sort of shenanigans with, like, say, Chen Gong or anybody else that you can maybe try to get to sacrifice Dante in order to get the guts forcibly popped. But I kind of understand why they didn't want to do it. They probably just wanted him to be a little bit more on the challenge side of things, so there's nothing wrong with that. But again, that does mean that due to these 7 marks, he has a potential of getting up to 70% attack. Now, he's not going to do that all in one turn, because again, the maximum amount that you could get in any given turn would in theory be 5, and that would be because you would have, let's say, a Brave Chain with an extra attack would count for 4, and then in theory you could also get the Guts popped on the same turn, meaning that you could get 5 of them in one turn. But within reality, expect to, maybe only get a handful of them if you can pull it off, and that's assuming that there's both buffs on the enemy to be removed and that there are enough buffs to actually gain the full benefit of that. So again, it's going to be a very powerful skill, but you are going to want to just lure it right off the get-go again, just because it is his 50% charge skill. So with that in mind, that's his entire skill set there. We've got his passive skills. Thankfully, he doesn't have too much. Does get a small boost to his crit damage and his arts performance, so it's definitely welcome. His third append is anti-ruler attack damage aptitude. With him being a pretender, it's not necessarily going to be up his alley to do so, but he will have a little bit of synergy due to the way that his noble phantasm is going to work. And so there may be something here if you just really are an enthusiast of Dante and you find that you want to use him a ton. To me, I don't think this is the best use of your append skills or your coins, but it may be up to you. For me, I'd probably go with, say, mana loading with him, or again, even something like skill reloading if you're going to be using him more in that challenge environment, as I do think that Dante is going to be someone that works quite well with skill cooldown reduction. So a nice, easy pairing for him will be with Tamamo, and that's going to be another interesting thing to denote, is that he's going to want to get his skills kind of back over and over and over again, just so he can keep abusing the effects, as he can basically double up on them. So to give you an example of this, if you can double up on the third skill, yes, he can basically manage to strip 2 buffs at a time instead of just 1. So that could be definitely something that could really benefit him. Now, as we move on to the Noble Phantasm, you guys can see here, it is a 4-hit AoE Arts Noble Phantasm. Now, 4 hits isn't a whole lot. He does only have the 0.49 NP gain rate, but he also does have Arts up on his first skill, even if you don't use it from the second skill. And if you don't use it from the second skill, you're still getting 10% charge per turn. So I think there's a lot there already. Plus the fact that Arts is just generally a good refunder in general, so even having a low hit count there is not going to be a huge deal. And then on top of that, he's a 50% charger. So yeah, his numbers are actually going to be probably fine in that regard. You don't have to worry too much about it. So as we look towards what the NP actually does, though, you guys can see it increases his own damage against enemies that have Sky attribute whenever he's on the Heaven battlefield. So if you chose Heaven, it's going to help you against Sky attributes. That'd be the other reason kind of here to take this would be, hey, look, I get the arts up. It's going to benefit my NP. It's going to make it hit harder, but I'm also getting the 50% power mod that's maybe helping me out a ton. And then the Earth attribute will what he'll get the power mod against if he's on Hell battlefield. Now, keep in mind, these are power mods, which means that they are not super effective. Super effective things only affect the NP itself. Power mods, though, can affect subsequent cards and things, so that can definitely be to your benefit to have this be a power mod, especially if you're trying to Brave Chain with him and maybe strip a bunch of buffs and stuff like that. So he's from there, after you make one of those two choices and get the effect from it, he's then going to deal damage to all enemies, inflict a curse of 2,000 damage for 5 turns to them. It's going to total up to about 10k. And then he's going to reduce their gauge by 1. So with him being an Arts Looper, him being able to fire off NPs back to back to back, him being able to AoE drain guaranteeably is actually really strong. So he's going to be really good at kind of stopping the enemy from getting to their NP, especially if you can keep that loop going. His overcharge effect is going to increase his own NP damage for 3 turns, activating first. It's base 20, but it does scale up quite nicely at 5% each time. So this does kind of, as one of my chatters brought up, kind of call into possibility the use of overcharge mechanics with them and being able to kind of abuse this, as it is a 3-turn duration, which means that even if you only have a front-loaded overcharge effect, it's still going to affect all 3 turns of him NPing. And so therefore, if you can just keep firing off the NPs over and over and over again, you're going to end up getting quite a nice stacking effect. So just keep that in mind. There can be numerous things that you could try to do with him. I do think trying to use kind of the normal subset of things like Black Grail with him, or again, Rising Mud Rain if you want the overcharge, can definitely be an interesting use for him. And then if you're maybe trying to use him in some sort of like multiple damage dealer setup, I do think there's a whole bunch of different craft essence options that you could have with him. But remember, he does have the ability to buff removes, so you're probably not going to worry too much about most things. So I think starting him from 0 is just going to be ideal in just about every single set of circumstances to get the most firepower that you're going to want out of him. And he is going to want that firepower if at all possible. Though you could end up trying to use something like, say, Honey Lake and abusing that for, say, Invuln Pierce and more power modifier if you put some burn command codes on him. So there's definitely a lot to consider there. But I'm going to say he's actually a pretty open-ended unit with regards to what craft essences work best with him. So, with that in mind, that is basically the rundown of Dante's kit. Now, let's go ahead and let's talk about refund numbers. So, for Dante, again, as we mentioned, he's got the 0.49 NP gain. He's got 4 hits on the NP. And we'd like to look at things from a standard setup. So like if we're going to try to use, say, double Castoria or something like that with him, we can get quite a bit of capacity out of that. And right here, we have a very nice little handy dandy depiction that Avalon has sent to me here. And you guys can see, this is Dante. And here's basically going to be the supports that we're going to be using. Here's going to be the enemy classes that this sort of thing can work against. And so you can see we've got Hell, we've got Heaven, we've got Hell, where you're going to get the 10% charge per turn. And then we've got Hell, but instead he's against Berserkers instead of like any other class. And to give you guys an idea of what's going on here, we've got the 3 times enemies. And because we're facing 3 enemies, that means each of those 4 hits, we're going to be getting 12 hits of refund potential right there. So you can see, even if we overkill on 0 out of 12 hits, we would still refund 69%. Nice. Basically against all classes other than Berserker at that point. And again, it can definitely get better from there depending on what you're stacking or using. This isn't considering any sort of third support in the mix or anything like that. So this is pretty kind of standard fare. You're probably not going to get to 100% with them because, as you guys can see, it's going to require 11 out of the 12 hits to be overkill. That's very difficult to achieve, nigh impossible depending on what you're facing. So to me, I don't think these numbers are that kind of achievable unless you're using a third support to boost it. So if you were to use someone like, say, Nero Bride is the third support, or maybe even Tamamo or Proto Merlin, or who knows, even more budget options like Shu Fu or Paracelsus or something like that. They could all facilitate the extra refund and allow you to actually reach these numbers a little bit more easily. But I think, as you guys can see, even with just 3 out of 12 hits of overkill, which means that you just killed the wave, which is kind of going to be the standard par for the course thing for trying to loop with somebody. Again, at that point, you're already getting a nice jump in his overall refund. So it does have quite a bit of scalability. I think you can expect to see numbers in the 80s and higher very frequently. Just don't expect a perfect full refund necessarily if you're just using double Castoria. Now, again, that was with Heaven. With Hell, remember, you don't have the arts up, but you do get the 10% charge per turn, which should be included in these numbers. And you can see it's actually pretty similar. So yes, you're losing out on some arts, but the 10% charge per turn, it's actually having more of an impact than the 20% arts up was. So there you go. That's kind of the difference right there, is that you're actually getting a little bit more. And so right there with the 3 overkill hits, you're actually getting to, again, 81% refund there. And then with Hell against Berserkers, things definitely are in, I'm going to say, like their worst possible form here. But you can see you still have the capacity to even get back to like, I'd say probably a good 70% right there. So that's nothing too crazy. Now, we did also include some circumstances where, yes, he can actually loop over 2 enemy waves and almost even single enemy waves at times. So I think that's kind of the benefit that having 50% charge baked into your kit does. If you're a refunding unit, you're definitely going to have quite the capacity to adapt to an oddly structured node. So we're talking about a non-standard node, a non-like 3-3 X type of node. So maybe something where it's like 2-1-1 or like 1-2-1 or something like that. Like in those sets of circumstances, he can probably work because even though he's going to have bad refund in a wave, he can kind of time his third skill to help him pop off for that and allow him to just have enough like brute force charge in order to make it through. And again, we gave you guys the numbers for each one of them. I'm not going to bother to go through it too much. Keep in mind what these represent up here is your overkill numbers. And overkill definitely allows you to generate more noble phantasm. So again, Dante gonna have some really good refund numbers. I don't think that's gonna be your concern for him. I think instead what you guys are gonna see is the concern's probably gonna be more on the actual damage numbers. But just to give you guys an idea again here of maybe some of how his charge is going to work in actual compositions, you guys can see we do have the breakdown here of going up against 2 enemy waves. Again, even a 2-1 enemy wave, a 2-2 enemy wave with Hell, and a 2-2 against Zerkers with Hell. And then last but not least, all the way over here, a 3-3 neutral with Heaven. So there's quite a bit of like standard composition that you can do here. You can absolutely work in Oberon and kind of have it work, and it should work out very easily for you guys. And I think Oberon's probably in most scenarios going to be your best third support, your best tertiary support as I like to call it, because he's going to allow you to just have that huge damage amplification. And especially if you are using the Hell variant for the extra NP damage, he's going to scale really well with that on the third turn. So it's going to be very much to your benefit in order to be able to do something like that. But again, if you're just up against the 3-3X neutral node, you guys can see you can manage to get away with, like, say, a support Castoria, your own Proto Merlin, or vice versa, and then Shufu. So really easily like attainable unit compositions, I'd say. But taking a look now, let's go ahead and let's jump to the raw damage numbers. So these are neutral damage numbers. This is his own self buffs, so we don't consider mystic codes, other supports trying to buff him or anything like that. Just his own skills under his own power. This is how much damage that Dante would put out. And again, these numbers are neutral, not effective. So you guys can see, against a Heaven enemy, he's going to basically be able to do about 22k here. I think at NP1, this is pretty lacking, but I think, again, this is where he's a challenge unit, and you really should kind of focus on him more on that side of things due to the capacity for his third skill to really allow him to pop off. Now, he does get the power mod in the Heaven side where he's up against Sky enemies. And so this is going to increase it by, again, about 50% right there, as you guys can see. So he does get some decent scalability with that. Pretty much similar numbers over here on the Hell side of things. So if he does choose this, he gets the Buster up and the NP damage up, but he doesn't get the Arts up to help out with the refund or, again, his actual NP on that end, but he does get at least the NP damage. So here he's also going to have the power mod against Earth. Again, slightly better damage compared to, say, Sky, but realistically speaking, these are pretty comparable, especially considering that they are raw numbers. So to me, at the end of the day, his actual raw firepower, not too terribly strong. But how's it going to look in an actual, like, optimal composition for him? So that's going to be, again, a 2x Castoria with Oberon and a level 100 Black Grail. That's where he's going to get some capacity to really kind of pop off. And you guys can see, again, at like NP1, the damage numbers are, I'm going to say, okay. They're nothing like too much to write home about, but they're not bad numbers. So at MP1 by wave 3, he gets that nice Oberon boost, and he's looking at about 287. These are still raw numbers, but these now include the buffs from the other units, and again, things like the Mystic Code and CE. And so going up against Sky, he gets a little bit better, but it's not nearly the 50% increase that we maybe saw before, and that's just due to the scalability of some of these extra factors here. And you can see as well that in P2, certainly gonna play a role and allow him to pop off a little bit harder. But this is also where, as we look towards the NP being a power mod, if it were instead, say, super effective in this set of circumstances when we're just looking at NP numbers, yeah, that's going to scale better than a power mod that'll scale additively with all of the NP damage up and all the boosting that Oberon's going to do. So in that regard, again, if you're just looking at NP numbers, super effective damage is always going to be king. But power mod's still really good, and what you're not going to see here is, again, going to be the increase to the carding side of things as well. So there is food for thought on that end. Looking at the bottom half here, this is going to be the Hellfield choice. And so you can see, again, just the numbers being ever so slightly better, basically, on this end. About 4K on wave 1 and wave 2, but then kind of jumping a little bit more, almost 10K by wave 3. And then right here against the Earth trait, again, just similar sort of deal where the numbers are jumping by very similar numbers pretty much across the board. So I think looking at this objectively speaking, Dante's damage is okay. So let's compare him now to some of his competitors. So you guys can see this is going to be Cagliostro here with a 2x Castoria Oberon level 100 Black Grail. It's not going to be the best numbers here out of Cag either, because he's also a pretty wonky unit. He's also a 4-star, but he is another AoE Arts Pretender, so he is a decent comparison. And you guys can see he does at least have the Lawful Niche. Now, what Cagliostro can do is, as we can see, it's going to be a little bit easier to get multiple MP levels of him, so he can have the potential to outscale someone like Dante, but he also doesn't necessarily directly compare, given the fact that his niche is at least different. He has the alignment niche of Lawful, whereas Dante has the attribute niches of Sky and Earth. So looking at that, he definitely scales quite nicely, but these numbers, especially at the lower MP levels, still going to kind of pale a little bit in comparison, though I do think the second you start getting up to NP2, there's a lot more value there. But again, the elephant in the room is going to be Oberon, as everybody pretty much will have him. So Oberon's optimal composition for just 3-turn damage is going to be double Koyan Reigns, the level 100 Black Grail. And you guys can see here, damage numbers at NP1, obviously they're pretty anemic for the first 2 turns, but by wave 3, he gets to boost himself, and then he gets about 264k there. I wouldn't worry too much about the man niche, as pretty much everyone will have that if they're using Koyan, but it is at least something that he can do over, say, the arts units. So at that point already, boom, there you go. You get a nice jump. If you have the Lawful Niche, you get even more here, as that is his actual super effective modifier. And then you have the potential to combine both. So an NP1 Oberon already just kind of looking like maybe a little bit more damage potential than someone like Dante. But it does depend, again, on whether or not you're being able to buff strip with Dante and whether or not you're in this challenge scenario. Problem with Oberon in a challenge scenario is if you don't kill, he bricks your unit, and in this case it would be him bricking himself. So that's always going to be the downside to these sorts of scenarios. But even our compositions that we're showing you on screen for Dante are ones that are using Oberon, so it is something to consider. We also have Baobon Summer, and Baobon Summer definitely at NP1, not too hot. But against the man niche, which is basically her true niche, she's definitely solid damage there, even just at NP1. And it scales quite nicely with the other levels there. So I do think that Baobon is, while still not able to start from 0 like some of the other units, still a very serviceable unit in what she can pull off. I did ask for a couple other comparisons here, though, because I think in order to understand a unit where we don't have a lot of in-class comparisons, you have to start stepping out and looking at some of the others. So here is Summer Musashi, and the reason that I feel like, to a degree, the Berserkers are a fair comparison is because a lot of the scenarios you're going to be using a Pretender in are going to be 1.5 times damage scenarios against the Knight classes. And sure enough, Musashi's also going to be a similar scenario. So you guys can see just at NP1 with her sort of best lineup here, which is pretty much the exact same as Dante, you're already looking at more firepower there. And dear Lord, I hope it's not against the Saber enemy, because good God, Musashi is just strong for that. Though Musashi's biggest issue is always going to be that lack of charge and her inability, if the node doesn't allow for the refund, to loop. Here, so now we have Summer Ibuki, and Summer Ibuki does at least have the super effective Earth niche, so you can see actually pretty comparable numbers there at NP1, but good lord, the super effective Earth niche kind of flexing right there against just a normal power mod against Earth, as she will begin to outshine him. And then I did ask for another one, at least two other comparisons here, because I felt like due to what he is doing as an anti-sky and anti-earth unit, they were a pretty fair comparison, and that was going to be Raiko here, who also has the sky and earth niches. She's going to be able to work with cranking instead of something like Black Grail, but you guys can see definitely NP1 numbers looking a lot worse. So this does mean that he's at least going to kind of outshine Raiko, unless you have those higher NP levels. But a lot of this is, again, the power of something like Black Grail and the stacking NP damages with Oberon, as opposed to Raiko having to start with cranking and not really having any NP damage in her kit, so to speak. She does at least have really good power mods, and you guys can see that in play here. Again, you do have the capacity to maybe double stack, so there is quite a bit of just raw potential with Raiko still, and that is where you should be using her to get the most out of her. And then in the off chance you're going up against Sabers yet again, there's also going to be Tesla here, who has come a long way and I think is a little bit of an overlooked unit at this point by some people. He does have to work with cranking, but again, his damage numbers have been solidified. They have been made more consistent due to his buffs. And you guys can see he's actually capable of hitting quite effective damage numbers. So ironically enough, he would actually be able to very handedly beat Dante if it is again some sort of like Saber matchup. So I think against Sabers there are a couple of better options if you're just looking to farm or something like that. So to me, I think this is where his damage is going to be his primary concern. His damage numbers are not bad, but you are going to have to do some stuff to try to kind of amplify it as much as possible. And I think that's where it's really going to come down to him just, again, lending himself a little bit more to challenge, more of a knockdown, drag out fight, especially against an enemy that has a lot of buffs that are not protected by the fight itself. So it's not a fight specific mechanic that has a like white border around it. That's where he's going to really shine and be able to get quite a bit of mileage. So let me know what you guys think about Dante. Which ascension of his is your favorite, as he does have quite a few interesting ones here. And are you looking forward to Ordeal Call 4? And I guess, what would you like to see changed about Dante if you could change anything? I'll be curious to hear you guys' thoughts. I will see you guys for the next video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I will see you guys for the next one. All right, there we go, chat. It's done. We did it. He said the thing. I said the thing. There you go. I remembered it. Figured you compare him to Spishtar. Not really. Like you could, right? In the sense that he's AoE, he's Arts, he's 50%. I'm sure every Spishtar fan is going to do that comparison themselves. But I think at the end of the day, you don't really have to, right? Like, I felt like the Berserkers were a much fairer comparison because, like I said, he's going to be 1.5, they're going to be 1.5. So, to me, you're probably not going to use him for farming if you have a Berserker that just deals more damage than him. But it kind of just depends, right? I think he's a really good all-rounder. Yeah, I think you can use him in farming. I think you can use him in farming. I think you can use him in challenge, and he's going to excel in both. He's just probably not going to be the strongest in either. He's Spishtar if Lasingle forgot to give her the ability to change her card type, and if Lasingle gave her consistency with her own buffs. Feels like a great beginner unit though. I don't know about that, but like mostly because like this skill and this skill are a little like highbrow for probably a beginner, right? Like in order to get the most out of this skill, you got to understand that this is stronger than this, and you got to understand that probably at the end of the day what's actually going to determine it is going to be this and this. So it's definitely going to be an interesting consideration. What the fuck is up with that rainbow buff on her skill one? Is what it is. Like I said, I we've talked about that before with people being like, "Hey, Spishtar needs a buff," and I'm like, immediately my brain jumps to you want more damage for Spishtar, but like I don't necessarily agree with that because I think she's actually well balanced in that regard now. But if you want to make an argument that she should have an effect that increases her buff success chance by 20% on one of her other skills or something like that, yeah, I'm okay with that. I got no problem with that. I hate 80% chance. Yeah, like I said, I completely understand why people hate that, and I don't think that's an insane argument, right? Because in the same way that like I was bitching about ruler Lartoria's like middle skill before its buff, I can completely understand how RNG just gets really freaking annoying, right? But I don't know. I think there's a lot that they can do. It just is, it's on them to kind of figure out what they kind of want to do. The real question is, does this mean we get Beatrice and Ordeal Call for? Probably. Like I said, like it was very much hinted that this is tied into Ordeal Call for. So I think that could be a thing. Also, thank you, Avalon. I appreciated that. It could have been worse. It could have been like Buntoria's command code. I always forget how it works off the top of my head because I know I've looked into it before, but like let me find it again. So I find it hilarious because there are only 2 command codes in the entire game of this type. And one is just Iskandar, and it's party-wide buster up of 10% for one time, one turn when attacking. And then somehow they think granting a random effect from one of these 3 when attacking using the engraved card of 10% is somehow so strong that they had to make it random. This is such a shit command code, and it pisses me off. Don't get me wrong. RNG is a thing. If they wanted to make that a mechanic, it's not the only command code that has that. But the issue I have is when you think about the actual practicality. Like, so when you read this, it doesn't seem like it's terrible. But when you actually think about the practicality, chat, what card do you put this on? Quick so it works with Mighty Chains? Okay. So quick so it works with Mighty Chains. What if you don't get her Arts or Buster card? And for that matter, do you always use the quick card first? So like, what if you're doing an NP into like, say, like quick and arts, and then the effect that you get on this is Buster, and that's where you have it. It's total fucking waste. So the RNG can actually just screw you. If you don't use the card first, you have less chances to gain a benefit from it. And even then, if you don't have all the appropriate cards, it also might not benefit you right there. And even then, it's only 10% and only for one turn. It's kind of freaking rough. Like, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I can think of a unit that this would actually be good on. And it's so freaking hilarious that it's terrible. It's Seal. Seal is the unit that this is good on. Because you can guarantee Seal's entire deck. But it's entirely possible that, like, you only have one card for the unit that turn, and you pop this, and you get increases zone bust performance for one turn, and that's just, you didn't have the buster card. So, like, this is really bad on so many ways. And I'm not sure why they thought that this was like a good command code. I never expect that they will ever go back and they will ever like change this. But it's pretty telling when you can just look at the Iskandar one and be like, yeah, if I wanted to buff buster performance, I would just choose this every time, 10 out of 10 times. I would not choose this because this is just bad inherently. This is guaranteeable. This is anything but. So it's just wild to me. Like, chat, put another way, this could be a lot better, but it still probably wouldn't be broken if instead of granting one random effect of these three, if it granted all. Even if it granted all three effects, it would still struggle at times to actually be, like, effective. So that's where I'm like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. When did they make that command code? That's a good question. I want to say this was like Summer 5. Yep. It was when she got the buff, which is hilarious because they gave her the buff to make her consistent, and then they made a command code that is inconsistent as all hell. Like, what the shit, dude? So was that Summer 3? No, this is Summer 5. She came out in Summer 4. But the art is fabulous? Oh, yeah. Like, I would love to use this command code. I hate that this command code is, objectively speaking, one of the worst command codes that I could put on. Like, it's sad. It needs to be better for it being a 5-star, right? Like, you could give me this effect and you could call it a 3-star and I probably wouldn't complain. But I also just wouldn't use it. BB is RNG too? Yeah. And for that reason, I think a lot of people don't use the BB one. Wait. Yeah, it's BB slot. There we go. Right? Like, this one's also weird. I've heard of people, like, trying to use this to, like... Yeah, I was gonna say, I've heard of people trying to use this to, like, change seeds and stuff. I don't think that's really that worth. I think if you're getting to that point, dear Lord. If a command code is RNG, I ain't ever touching it. Yep. I don't blame people. But it's like, it is what it is. That's just how people roll. That's why people do this sort of thing. And I think it just can be. Okay, chat. I'm going to end FGO here for tonight. There wasn't a whole lot to do, and I'm not rolling either of the units. But again, if you guys want to roll the units, I think that's perfectly fine. We'll definitely try to get this video out for you guys tomorrow if possible. And trying to think if there's anything else. I'll probably try to like work with you guys on Olga, probably either tomorrow or like Friday. Would you do a ranking on the command codes? See, I don't know that it would necessarily be like a tier list, but I think I could objectively speaking look at each command code and tell whether or not it like its overall usefulness. It's just like be kind of rough. You don't roll Dante's banner, Dante's banner, or Dante's banner? No. No. I think we've had enough Dante from Devil May Cry. It is really interesting in that regard. It's going to get confusing as to like which one anyone's talking about at this point. Huzzah! But yes, we're going to continue on with Monhun. Chat, I did entirely fix the crashing issue that I was having. At least it seems. I haven't had a crash since I made a change. So I'm definitely happy for that. Let me see if I can send okayest the video. Of course it's too big. I'll have to send it after stream then, I think. Will you roll Dante's when he comes to an A? You mean Dante? Maybe. I'd say there's like 40% odds. Like I may do it just for collection purposes, but I may also just not do it. Oh yeah, I saw NA tweet about having reached 25k, but the numbers just don't add up. Wait, did they actually like tweet to confirm that we did? Cause like, yeah, that's like doubling down. That's kind of funny. The chat, I have a new set of armor here. We have the how do I put it? The Fulgur Anjanath armor, which looks very nice. Maybe if they count the interactions from their retweeting. Okay, I could see that being the case, but man, is that a like stretch, right? Because it's pretty clear that they're double dipping if they do that. Okay, I know Shiro. I know Burning. Who is Illustra? Earn, gotcha. Wait a minute, why did that? Oh my god. Yeah, if you guys want to join the squad, I did put a link up in the CAD chat section of the Discord, but there is the code if one of you wants to grab it. Give you about 5 more seconds here. Actually, yeah. I mean, again, like I explained before, I don't have an issue with it. If they want to allow us like to get it despite us not reaching it, that's on them. That's not on us. So to me, it'd be what it be. Tashin wants to talk. Wait.
Does someone want to talk? Oh, they're absolutely back in there. It's all accounted for, me thinks so. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think we actually hit it, but as people have been denoting, right? JP got this course, and so people would complain if we didn't. So it just kind of works both ways.
Oh, it's you. Something terrible has happened.
What's wrong?
One of our number, Soshi, they claim he was taken by Shay Wu, and from the midst of our village, no less.
A villager carried off by a monster? Has that happened here before?
Never.
Never.
Perhaps by a guardian outside. But for one
Also Facebook, yeah. Yeah, but even with Twitter and Facebook, the numbers still don't add up.
From here. Please see that everyone stays alert while we...
Thank you. And my apologies. But I fear...
Like, they definitely fudged it to let us get it. It's just...
The village as well. It seems an unprecedented incident.
Like, let me put it to you this way, chat. It's not disputable that we didn't hit it. But it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, we still got the reward. And like I said, them allowing us to get the reward even if we didn't hit it, it's their prerogative. They get to choose, right? Accept the optional quest. What do you mean accept the optional quest? I don't even know what that means. All right, what do we got on the map? We got a Tempered Lullabarina, Guardian Fulgur a Shubu, Guardian Doshiguma. What do I actually want to make? And let me see. I'll move down to VIP 3, but I don't know if people are around. Again!
Yep.
I gotta like look into making some higher horns, chat.
Anything catch your eye?
Happy Ash Wednesday.
Hello.
It is Ash Wednesday, isn't it? God, I was so busy today, I completely forgot. I'm bad. I don't like that. I still don't know what that is. You have to accept it from the optional quest section. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I gotcha. So that's what that stuff is. Well, we can do some optional quests then. Did you already finish the game story? I finished the low rank story. I don't know if there's like actual high rank story. Yeah. I've been really lazy. I just keep doing the recommended meal. I gotta hunt 2 Hirabami. Yeah, I guess I can just go through all the ones that I haven't done. Play 6 Guardian Sacred? Oh, I see what's gonna happen. This is gonna be in the freaking... Oh, that's gonna be annoying. So this is in the arena. Here, I'll turn off song request chat. How's volume for the game, by the way?
Now commencing quest by order of the guild.
By order of the guild, chat. Let me make sure I actually transferred items. Yeah, that I know. I just hadn't looked at my optional quests in a hot second.
There, that's our target.
Okay. Gonna also take that. So this is just me pre-stacking shit. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna get knocked down a lot. Oh, I didn't get the full encore. Hilariously, they seem to like suck at actually hitting. Of course. God, dude. I think with two monsters, I can't go for the full, like, triple song most of the time. I'm just not gonna get it off. Like that one I was very lucky to get off. Thankfully they just don't stun me very easily. Okay, I do actually have a wound. Oh, they're both down. Let's go. Okay. Is the wall on cooldown? Oh, I haven't even used it. Like, can you put the wall up and like try to like hit them? I guess I could divide it, right, and get one of them on the other side. I mean, really, they're not too bad. Like, they're not hitting me for very much, so I'm not terribly worried about it. Kind of keeping them together just means I'm killing them faster. Oh, did I get it? Okay, one of them's about to die. I think it's this one. They're both very angry. Okay, he's dead. Damn it. Okay. Oh, I missed. Give me that head. So he's about to die now too. So this wasn't too bad. Like, they just tossed me around a bit, but there was no real danger of death. Yeah, bro is tired. I probably should have sharpened by now. That's, I think, half my issue.
We can give it more supply. Check your saber's pouch.
There we go. Carve. Well, at least so that's actually good because I haven't even hunted one of those out in the world yet in high rank. So like it just gives me some like extra resources without having to go out and find them. Wyvern gem, ooh, nice. Probably need to upgrade my Palicos gear as well. I may have some leftover Anjanath gear because I don't think I'm gonna need the Anjanath stuff for. I mean, maybe for like other weapons. Fire attack, hunger resistance. Yeah, I gotta start improving my weapons. I have Cthulhu. I have it as well. I just haven't gotten the high rank version of it. Oh, login bonus.
I heard from the others.
How do I zoom in? Tempered Lullabarina. Tempered Gypseros. I have no idea what that is. I've seen it, but I don't think I've ever fought one. I'm gonna hate the 3D map though. Holy shit, dude. Wait, who the fuck is Cobb? I don't know. I don't care.
Yes.
We'll just do all the optional quests. Slay the Shu Wu. Shu Wu is definitely one of the like more problematic ones for me. Yeah, I still got 19 minutes left on my food. Oh, bones. Yeah, I need guardian bones. Yeah, how about no? So that is a Guardian Odogaron. Sorry, Guardian Ebony Odogaron. I do actually need to kill some of those, but because we're on a quest... Actually, was it a tempered?
There it is. But I don't see any sign of Soshi.
Yeah, but we need to think of the village first. It might attack again.
Right. The guild authorizes this hunt to ensure the safety of the village and locate the missing person.
Understood.
Bro is standing in my thing. Oh, damn. Okay, bro hits a little hard. God, he is just hard interrupting me. I gotta focus on just doing healing ups. Uh-oh. Yeah, that move friggin' hurts. Damn it.
Leave this to me. Wielding back.
Uh-oh. Okay, got out of it.
Moving to a new area.
Ah, damn it. Missed it. Okay. So I can play a couple other songs here. Do self-improvement. Do attack up. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. I don't want the attack up one again, game. Jesus. Ow, bro, those stabs friggin' hurt. Woo! Cool, thank you for the 5 gifts. Appreciate it. Chat, can we get some love for Cood? Sorry, this is a little, like, difficult and requires me to focus. Big, wacky, waving, inflatable tube man. I need to exploit his wounds. That's the thing I keep forgetting to do. So he's running. He's tired because I've been concussing him by hitting him in the head. Is their health bar to indicate how they're progressing? No, and this has actually been a huge subject of debate in the Monster Hunters like Twitter community right now, because people are saying that they're gonna like download mods for like the health bars. But oh. But yeah, it's kind of been a thing, because in Monster Hunter there's a couple ways you can tell how the monster's doing. In the mini map at the bottom of my screen, you'll see an indicator for the monster moving around. It's kind of difficult to see, but basically you can see there's like this little like icon that looks like a reptile's mouth with like a thing of water dripping out of it. And that indicates that the monster is tired, which means that I've concussed the monster quite a bit. You can hear him, like even my Palico said, hey, the monster is debilitated. So a lot of this is because I'm just bashing the monster's face in. And then now the monster has a red eye symbol on it. That means it is enraged. It is very angry because I keep fucking it up. I hate that move. Tried to do it again. And so, like, monsters get more aggressive when they get enraged like that. They will use certain abilities even more. I was gonna say I'm gonna get interrupted, which means... So, if you guys are looking, I'm playing Hunting Horn. Hunting Horn is like Hammer, just way more complex. It is basically... Ow. It is basically a horn that can, like, deal concussive damage, but it can also buff the entire party. So it's usually better in a party setting, but I do like playing with it solo. It allows me to practice. And then I have that echo bubble that I put down. This particular one actually heals me. And every time I hit the monster, it echoes whenever I'm playing my songs. Get out. Yep, I couldn't get out of that. Okay, so now he's got a skull that's coming out of his head. That means he is wounded. He's getting close to death. Normally this means that you can capture the monster, but I cannot capture him because this quest is specifically to slay this asshole. That is a Guardian Rathian, I think, or Rathalos, I think. Okay. Hunting Horn is also the only... Well, actually, I say the only, but it's like... It has riding attacks like you guys see on my mount, but that allows me to play my songs. I think the other weapons do have riding attacks, but like mine's the only one that has a arguably like tangible benefit to it. You can still capture them? Really? Can I? Even on the sleigh? So your partner indicates when it's near death? Sometimes it will. But I wouldn't rely on the Palicos. One, because in a group setting, they're not always there, if I remember correctly. And two, because they just don't always say the same lines. Hunt is your choice? Okay.
Giant bigger wasp. I guess they prefer the funny too.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, chat. Just capturing that for later. Okay, so Big Boy went sleep. So when monsters sleep like this, they heal. That's unfortunate for me. So now I can't capture him right away. Now he has the skull again. So if you want to capture a monster instead of killing them, you sometimes get different rewards. Okay, so I just jumped there just to get out of it. But you need to put down a trap like so. And then you need to bait the monster into it, which is really hard with certain flyer monsters. Okay, that's a problem. So he hit me. He staggered me. He's not going to remain stunned for long. And that's fucked up, game. So basically, because he perfectly hit me, it shoved me far enough away because that move's just kind of bullshit. So you usually have to trap them and then trank them. I should have pre-tranked him, I guess. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, bro is... I'm gonna heal myself. So that was my big heal move. But now I'm probably locked in a battle to the death with him. And I very likely need to kill him. Yep, so like I said, I keep my eye on the mini-map is usually what I do, especially if the monster moves. Like early on, you don't need to look at it at all. But when the monster starts to change zones, that's your cue to like check him on the mini-map. And then the lower he starts getting, the more you can start reasonably assuming that he's gonna go down. Okay, I rolled too early there, so no iframes.
Over here, bub. I'm your target.
So that's my Palico taunting him. So I actually played 4 songs there. It's gonna get interrupted. Okay, now he's down. I play all my songs, I encore it. And he's dead. A new quest has been unlocked. Yeah, he was rough. He hit really hard. I could have been way better at dodging him, but I don't know, especially there towards the end when he enraged. He actually made me pull out the Melody of Life, which most monsters don't.
Right?
Right. The Guardians are less likely to see them as a threat, and it camouflages the village too.
But yeah,
I see.
he hard screwed me with how he knocked me out of that.
Hello.
We have to tell them what we
Hello.
learned.
Huzzah.
We've got a 4-man, but we don't have APs back yet.
Oh, I didn't realize everyone was in here. Nobody said anything.
We were waiting for you to finish your quest.
Oh, that's fine. I could have gotten you guys in if you wanted. Oh my god. Yeah, he was just spicy. I got a fang. Excellent. So some materials for monsters are rarer. Some of them are extremely common. You'll usually always need the rarer ones. Because the common ones you just get in spades and you have like way too much to roll around with. So it's not like that crazy. But
Some materials you can only get by breaking certain body parts.
yep. That's another thing. And then some have higher chances if you kill the character, the monster. Others have higher chances if you capture the monster. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. Usually I kind of just farm, and if I notice I'm not getting it, then I go look up what like the thing is. Burning. Do I have Darty? Yeah, I have. Burning is already in a party. So one of you needs to invite me then.
Calm the mind and focus.
Yeah, me and Darty are in the middle of, I just ran into a high tier monster, like right outside the base camp. So I just started it. Just because, right? Let me see.
Yeah, the only one I have left is to hunt the Guardian Dushiguma.
I'll be waiting here.
Probably need to eat though and replenish supplies. And there's various reasons you do all this stuff, chat. Like you eat because it gives you buffs. Honestly, so far in this game, I haven't seen that like it's super imperative to like, oh god, I keep doing that, to like min-max your food buffs. In other games, they gave really beneficial effects. In this one, it really feels like it's very simplified. But we'll see. That may change, especially as like we start heading into high rank, and then eventually one day master rank when they give us an expansion.
Got something in mind?
Oh, there's the Zhu set. Not too bad. So it's all looking like white and gold because I have it dyed white and gold right now. Always a favorite of mine is the Odogaron set. He's in Suja Peak? Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember where the heck Cobb was, and the game wasn't really showing it to me. Suja Peak. We will fly.
Big artist there.
Yeah, he's here. He's just muted. He's with me right now in the middle of a hunt.
I don't know. I guess
Darty, if you want to invite Cad to the link.
Okay.
I can't. I left.
Oh.
I thought we were joining CADs.
I thought we were too. My bad.
I mean, I can start it. It's fine.
Yeah, just.
Obtain new item, Armor Charm. Yeah, I've heard just having those in your inventory, you don't even have to have them equipped. That it like.
No, you still have to have them in your item pouch.
Yeah, but like, literally having them, right? Like. Register loadout. Although I don't know if it's actually in my item pouch. How do I tell? What does it look like?
It looks like the demon drug, demon powder, and demon armor. Looks like a red base and a brown base.
A red vase in a brown vase?
Let me see the other tabs. Not on page 1. Not on that page.
Page 1 of all items, little bag.
Wait, maybe it's under your
Armor Charm, yeah. Okay. Get y'all invited. Okay, those two are still in there, so I'll invite Burning. Oh my god, where'd she go?
Hunter, we've received word of a job. It is a map we have all
Understood.
here.
Time to make ourselves useful.
Understood. Wait, where'd Alma go? I swear this woman. She just runs.
This is why I don't go to that town.
Yeah, I freaking do not like this area. The villagers will retrieve them for you as they go about their daily lives. As day pass, come back and pick up the items. I don't want to come back here.
Put it to good use.
You don't actually have to come back. You can have Nada at a later date. He'll be like your liaison, and he'll just gather that shit for you.
Yeah. All right, give me honey.
Sure thing. I can handle that.
Okay. You can talk to Nada. He'll finally be good for something. I don't want to talk to Nada. Yeah. Wait, I see Alma. She wandered off.
Right.
Oh, now I have two. Just let me know when you guys are ready and I'll throw you an invite. Huzzah!
We're almost done with this.
You went to use, not to register. You removed the term? Wait, did I?
Let's have another hunt with no surprises today. A supply shipment's come in. Hope you find something
Bro,
useful.
what? Hold on, let me run back in here. This is like getting annoying the way that this system works. Like, I just don't like the way they handle the pouches. That's one of the primary feedbacks I gave them in the survey.
I'll just hop off for now.
Come on, give me a tough bone. Yes, I got the tough guardian bone. Oh, was that my boy?
Yeah.
Yep. Get some buffs up.
Make use of the monster attack to set it off.
I'm gonna try luring him to the
Oh! Bro, uppercut me.
Leave this to me. Heels in back.
Whoa, what was that? He like knocked me down way ahead of time. Is that a furnace? Or is that just a ball?
Yeah, it does damage to him if he's attacking.
Yeah, this is weird. He's like actually pre-interrupting me. Oh my god, dude. Let me out of the... Like, get out of my fucking way. Jesus Christ. He won't get off my dick. Oh my god, dude. Let me wait until he transitions over. Bro just will not let me get the fucking recovery speed buff off. There. Fuck you. God damn. Finally some good damage. Looks like he's winded. No. Oh, he's...
I can't put him to sleep.
Here we go.
Oh, I don't think the echo bubble itself is wake him, but... Okay, now he's going to new area.
Make sure to grab anything a monster leaves behind. What do you think we'll find?
Got you guys. Yep. Hey, dude, go. Follow the fucking creature. Please. Like... I think the Sacred needs to be, like, tweaked some. Because it sometimes, like... Bro just feels completely unoptimized.
Mind if I hop on?
I don't know where my sacred's going. He's like right above me. Oh, he's almost dead. It's weird that he just didn't transition that whole freaking time. Is my sacred even going anywhere? Bro, what are you doing? It's going pretty good, Cal. How are you doing? He's going in loop-de-loops! Where is he going?
Hold up, I gotta go watch your screen. Yeah, you're going the wrong way.
Like, I didn't get to loot the monster because of that.
No, I captured it, so we get the loot.
Oh, you capped it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, out of all the zones, Wyveria is where the sacreds break the most I've seen.
Yeah, that's the only time I've seen that happen. I've definitely seen them, like, go off in a clearly wrong direction, but that one wasn't clearly wrong at first. And then it started to be, and then it became even worse, and I was like, I just gotta trust it at this point.
I think the worst thing about it is that it's kind of like all stacked on top of each other. It kind of breaks. I think that's the main reason why.
Well, the zone that everyone hated the most in World was the starter forest zone, because it was also extremely vertical, and that was like, it just seems like that's the problem with any map that they try to do in that regard. Dogard wants to talk. Rove wants to talk. Oh my god, what? Why do all of you want to talk?
Next thing you're gonna tell me your Palica wants to talk to you too.
Right? Like...
Burning.
Do I need anything special to add a video to the CAD React section? No, I just, in general, I say, like, usually in terms of parameters, try to keep it on the shorter end. Like, usually something under a half hour is ideal. I don't want to watch things longer than that, because at that point I'm watching a freaking movie. And it, just in general, if it's something you think it would be good for me to react to on stream, or like you just think it would be good, like, entertainment value.
That awareness.
Comparing, I'm in no.
Okay, let's move it.
Forest Doshiguma. Okay, that was Eric. Here's a support cat. Give me my limited bounties. Every meow and again. Oh, it's this girl. Oh my god, what do you...
Hail, Fisher fellow. Are they say no more? Lures will attract the lure I gave you. Up it. Golden fish favor dark. Now away with you, Fisher.
Okay, someone tried to say that she was the hottest person in the game on the subreddit today, and I was like, no.
Who?
The Fisher girl. I was like, I'm sorry, that's a hard argument when Gemma and Alma exist in the game.
Like, if you like redheads,
I
sure,
guess,
I can
right?
see it. She's got a cute face, but yeah, the two that travel with you the entire length of the full campaign, way hotter.
I saw someone that said that, like, oh, you hate Nada because he's annoying. I hate Nada because he got to ride with Gemma. We are not the same. Like, yep.
I was playing with my brother the other night, and he was playing through the campaign. He goes, "Oh, there's gonna be art of Nada with these two, isn't it?" And I'm just like, "There probably already is."
Yeah. The good news is Nada wasn't in the beta, I don't think. So, while people got a head start on, like, Gemma and Alma, I don't think anyone got a head start on Nada. So hopefully that tempers that.
He was in like the beginning cutscene, but like you didn't really have any of the campaign cutscenes after the first one where like he's on the ship, right? And that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, these guys are up at the friggin' Woodwood base. Yeah, there it is. I was like, I can't remember how I exactly got up here. Oh my god, why do they have so many quests?
Just wait until you get to the capture the endemic life ones. Those are great.
No, those ones always suck.
I agree.
They were the last ones I did, so yeah.
More fluffy dealings. Okay, did I talk to everybody in this godforsaken location? Yes. On to the Ice Shard Cliffs with Rove. I'm just gonna go talk to every NPC that wants to talk to me. And it's probably gonna give me 20 more quests.
Can't forget supplies. I'm gonna take a cat nap.
We got a sale on. Need anything?
Need anything? No. No, I don't. Ooh. Something undiscovered out there. Let's see what that is. Ooh, bone pile. Ooh. Icium. What an appropriately named metal. Okay, now my sacred will just auto run there at least. I saw somebody pull that down a couple of times, and like I guess that particular one is broken, and whenever you pull it, it like it pulls icicles towards your enemy. Oh, what is that? A blangonga? This is a monk. All right, let's kill him. It should post it the second I hit him. And do enough damage to him, I guess.
Yeah, once you do enough damage to him.
Oh, unless he... Am I frozen? There we go. Oh my god, can you stop? Your monkeyish ways. Did that trigger it yet?
No, not yet.
Really? Oh my god.
Whenever you see it say like quest begin for the game, since you're technically not quest is going this thing or this thing, right?
Yeah. Okay, I think now it does. Already sent you a quest invitation.
Now's our chance.
Oh, he's down.
swear to God, if I have to redo every pop-up camp, I'm gonna be angry.
Don't they just come back up after a certain amount of time?
I think it costs points.
No, but I have to redo them because of the character loss session. So I'm guessing whoever the quest tells us gets the second pop-up camp.
Oh, you roared. Sir, you need a concussion. Please get back down. Don't know how he got up in the middle of all that. Actually, there should be some dead monkeys here. Yeah. Give me that blongo. I just went broke leveling Takasugi. It happens. Shed fur? Oh, I guess that's an investigation for him. How did I find him before the investigation, though? What the shit? Okay. Could work in some more echo waves. Oh, he not having a good time. Gotta sharpen my blunt object. Hey, Kaido, how's it going? How's your stream, bud? No sleep. Oh my god, you stupid piece of shit monkey. before you could even bring him down.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Beast gem, let's go.
Yeah, I don't think I've been in this zone in high rank, really. But did you get wilds, Kaido?
Make room for me too.
Okay, where's the guy I need to go to for the quest here? I am so lost. Yeah, Rove and Alma want to talk. Wait, Alma.
So if you go to the overworld viewpoint. Oh wait, you're trying to find Rove. I think you basically have a small camp where he's at.
Oh right,
At
Rove
least
is
I
the
did.
Woodwood, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the Woodwood.
He should be like in area 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, area 20 in the ancient room.
I just targeted him. I couldn't find him was the issue. I was actually like 2 feet from him.
Hail, Hunter. As two passengers
Yeah, if you go
on
to
fate
detailed-
know you of a
wait.
beastly bird, red of hue and flame, I was given
Do we got a squad? Yeah, we have
The one
explosion.
possibility that leaps to mind is a Yeon Kutku. They're not native to this.
This one's
Oh, please not a Yin Kutku, not again.
selfish.
In any case,
What qual?
I forget what his is.
I see. If it was, the habitat is. I think this clear. I went ahead and took. Report back once we got.
Okay, Alma, come talk to me.
Hey, do you? We've been researching the ruins at the ice shard. To cut to the chase, a Blanganga. We've been taking pains.
I see.
Not too serious.
All right.
Oh,
I'm worried about. Let me take care of it.
right.
Okay. I hate that they make the map button the same as like all those notifications. That
Yeah.
feels like that needs to change. Okay, then we got Dogard wants to talk. I assume he's in probably, well, he's either in the base camp or he's in Azuz. They're both right next to each other, so it doesn't matter. It's nice when they put the base camp right outside of the hub. Huh? Game. Come on. Okay, no. Game. There we go. Take me to them. But yeah, the code for it is in CAD chat.
Hey, hear me out.
Is
Yeah, but more crafting.
and that's
Stuff's been revered since ancient. I don't know if it's related, but now we have this walking boulder turning. There are reports.
it's
A walking
possible-
boulder. Oh no. I can guess what that is.
Based on Delgard's account,
It wouldn't be. And it seems.
Yep,
you were.
it's a Graphios. It's a big chungadile. Oh, it took me back to the base camp. What the shit?
Finally, we're here.
Oh, dude,
I love the smell of civilization.
how do I can't talk to the guy. He's like
He's waiting for his lift, bro.
I guess. Mystery bone. Sturdy bone. Oh my god, he actually rode the lift. Like, I didn't think they actually took it. Gotcha, Char.
Yeah,
Surely he'll be at the bottom now when I get down here. Brother teleported.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't even know what that was. Oh, your material retrieval, that's what that was.
Tell me if there's anything you want.
Oh, if there's anything I want. Well, you see, I want honey.
To me.
Okay, I think that's everything in the oil well basin. And then Windward Plains. Huzzah! Sorry, I didn't realize this was going to be such an undertaking just to talk to NPCs.
It's in the lobby I'm in, just back at base camp. There's a guy, he's level 151. What the heck?
I think it's easy to gain the hunter ranks at this point.
226. That's the record for me.
The Burning claimed he saw someone at level 400.
Yeah.
I did see a tweet of someone hitting rank 400, but I don't know if I believe that.
Like I said,
Yeah,
there are
no,
mods, so there's Japanese players at 500. Oh fuck, dude.
Bro, Japanese people have no life.
Jelly. Okay, hold on. No. I don't need to leave there. I need to talk to Alma. Alma quest.
Right.
What quest do we have? So we can fight a Blagongo again. Or we can fight 2 Ajarikans at the same time.
Is the double monkey your Palico quest?
My Palico
so.
quest?
Yeah, like, do you have all the Palico upgrades?
I have no idea. I also have a Gravios and a Frenzied Yin Kutku.
If I remember correctly,
double monkey push give you the power charm.
yeah.
Which one?
The double Ajarikon.
Posting quest. Ah, yes, it's
Be careful out there.
in the arena. Let me eat. The power charm, yeah. So is that just like a couple of like raw armor and raw attack is all those give?
Yeah, they give you like a stat bonus if you have them on you.
Well, like, how much we talking about?
I'll probably have to check again.
Just slap it in the inventory? Okay.
What monster are we after this time?
Let's have another hug with no surprises today.
Mind if I hop on?
Yeah! I issued a surprise. Let's put them to use.
attack up and recovery speed. And then I got people's elbowed. I guess it's not 2 at once. It must just be 2 back to back. Or is that him over in the corner? Okay.
The other one is over on the map now.
Oh, yeah, he's over on the other side. So you guys didn't want to fight both the people's elbows?
No, thank you.
I think that was my echo bubble that did it again. Okay. Been playing 500 hours? No, it's not 500 hours, it's 500 master or like hunter rank, right? So it's kind of like the equivalent saying they fought roughly like 500 monsters? I don't know.
Well, I was playing something like that. I got the achievement not too long ago for hunting 100 monsters.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I mean, remember, you're basically like capped at low rank too. It's like pretty much everything you did in low rank didn't fucking matter. Oh, I'm stunned. I didn't realize. I don't know how he stunned me. He didn't hit me that much. That's okay. He's gonna get head popped too. How dare you? Also, is he bigger? I feel like he is way bigger.
He's way bigger.
Like, what the fuck, dude? He is like... He's a big boy.
I don't know how I mounted him, but let's go.
You probably jumped off the corpse of the other one.
I might have.
Yeah, this dude is like double the size, I feel like. Damn it. Let's go. He's stepping the hole.
That's all good.
Oh. God, I thought he grabbed me. I should probably sharpen. Oh boy. See if I can taunt him with the sharpening. Yes, let's go. Monsters still don't like you sharpening next to them.
I've set a trap.
Oh, let's go, my offset.
Nice. So if anyone's curious as to what burning just meant, he did an offset attack, which basically was a counter attack. So he caught the monster right at the proper time. And that thing beelined for me? Wow. I mean, it happens. Basically, monsters don't actually have set aggro. And it does seem like there's at least some level to, like, whenever you do an action, a monster has the possibility of switching its aggro. And it can sometimes do it, like, mid-attack. So it gets kind of nasty. Wait, what is this? Oh, okay, never mind, it's gone. Just wanted to see because it was like, it looked like a pop-up camp thing, but it was blue instead of green. Complete 50 quests. What?
Don't worry, there's another achievement where you have to do 50 multiplayer quests.
Yeah, I believe it. I think your XP accumulates when you're capped, though. It does, so it never gets wasted. It's just like low rank stuff just doesn't really count for much of anything, I think. Side mission complete. Report to Rex. Pulls open map. Doesn't take me to them. Okay, who are you? Zato.
It is you, Hunter. Our
Auspicious
yes,
timing.
Some of those it feels almost.
Dizzy, are you comfortable leaving?
To be honest, it
Where's the lobby? The lobby.
Agreed. If there's any,
You're right. Like the Gypceros, it's certain understood.
Oh, they're actually gonna make me fight a Gypceros now. The lobby is there, Kaito. 7E3KS77E. Yep.
Ah, Hunter.
it made
It was large.
one that if the better
Of course.
The guild researchers sent to investigate Isai's. They cited a tempered Balahara in the desert.
Tempered
And stopped
Balahara?
operating.
Jesus. I don't need a tempered roly-poly. There's a tempered Rathian out there. Normal Doshiguma. I'm waiting for like arc tempered Chatacabra. Surely it will be a thing. Oh sweet, that is all the side quests I need to talk to people for. So Alma.
For now.
Oh, listen, that's just that I need to talk to them. Now I have to do them. Okay, so Lagonga, Leviathan's Temper. Oh, we can do Leviathan's Temper since we're kind of already here. It is a tempered Balahara. Just met Apar a little bit ago. Wife acquired. I see. Did you bonk her with your bonking stick and drag her back to your cave?
What kind of monster are we after this time?
Commencing quest now. Are you prepared?
It's Darty. Just what I expect.
At this point, why would questioning Darty sanity?
Damn it. That's where I always do that. Oh, he looks a little... Oh, sneak attack. Bonjour! Huh? I don't think that works when his head's on the ground. But that does. Is that the Sonic pod or whatever?
Yeah, I grabbed it off the bird that was there.
Yeah, I tried to, but it wasn't like in the area for me somehow. I'm not having a good time. Uh-oh. A quicksand? Bro, can I do an attack? What if I gave you 3 blunt echo waves? Ah, there went the tail. You can tail cut in this game, chat, and it drastically increases your odds of getting a actual tail part. Not every monster can be tail cut. Brother is getting fucked up. Oh! He didn't like that. Damn, y'all are giving him no peace. Hey, that guy barely got any room to act.
Remember to grab the tail.
Ah! No! I hate that sometimes about those. Oh, Wyvern Gem. Oh well. Not the end of the world. We jump monsters in here? It's just... That thing was either popped out of the ground by a screamer pod, concussed, or trapped like 70% of the fight, it felt like. So it's just kind of funny because it's like, it didn't get to do dick.
I'm gonna BRB real quick.
Yep.
Gotta stock on traps.
I think I need to buy more trap stuff. I think I'm out of the trank pods. Like it's sleep herbs are the things that are just exceedingly rare in this game. And I don't really understand why they made it that way.
The sand leviathan you mentioned.
Already? I hope you'll...
It's on a sherry.
Understood.
I want to say I got a whole bunch of that stuff just lying around somewhere.
I mean, if I could send the people out to get it, I absolutely would. Because, ironically enough, I actually don't need honey with this current weapon. I rarely, if ever, pop healing. It's pretty much only if I get solo, and the monster's really fucking me up.
Yeah, I got over like 77 with sleep herb.
Yes.
Okay, so there's that. We got Blagonga and Gravios. Well, I know which one we're fighting.
Is it the stone chicken?
It is.
I hate this thing.
It is Big Chungus. It's okay, Burning gets to stand in front of its face and get breathed on.
The hunt is on! Now commencing quest by order of the guild.
I just passed 2 Ajarikans, and then there's a Rathalos.
Oh yeah. That's kind of want to fight the Rathalos.
Go for it.
Yeah. I don't want to fight it that bad.
It's just a big chungusy boy.
At least with that one, my weapon doesn't bounce off it half the time.
Yeah, I think he bounces green sharpness.
I got blue sharpness and my shit still bounces.
Really?
Not on his underbelly, but like if I try to hit him in the face, it will.
Okay, at least I got us the max attack up. Oh, bastard. Yeah, Chad, it's like fighting the fat dragon from the D&D movie.
Chunky dragon.
Yep, big chungus. Woo! Damn it, dude. Ooh, that was close. Dude, what are you gonna do? I'm standing in the trap. Oh god, is that poison or sleep? That's poison.
That's poison.
He's trapped. Down! Yep. It's like I'm right in the middle of playing my 3-song performance, and it's like, yeah, I'm getting hit by that. Bro fell on the ground. He too thick.
Let's go on jousting. Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
The good news is my hammer is poisoned. I think it fucks him up pretty bad. Oh, you know what might help if I drank a cold drink while I'm down here. He's got a wound on his belly, I think.
Yeah.
There we go. Now I'm not fighting the environment as well as the boss. Damn it, dude. He didn't like that.
I love how I'm just standing there, not worried about it.
Uh-oh. Can we cut his tail? Is that even possible?
Yes, but it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wasn't sure.
Make sure to grab anything a monster leaves behind.
Heavy explosion. Wait a minute. Or.
Way to go!
Oh my god, that's not what I wanted, game. Yeah, sorry, I got sidetracked there too many times. Oh, he's gonna do it. Nope, he didn't do it.
He got the wound.
Put that poison back on him. Bro. Can you not? Okay, he got the crud. He's dying. What's the matter? Not so tough without your flame parts. Where's he going?
Probably back to where we came from.
Damn it. Wait, what? Oh, I switched weapons. I was like, hold on. Why am I max sharpness green? I still have my low rank horn as my second weapon. Probably need to like shift that back to like hammer or something.
Oh, got that with AP.
I'm just glad it wasn't the other one. I was trying to sharpen my weapon.
Oh, the poison fart. Don't you do it, you little asshole. Oh my god, bro is just angry.
Thanks, that helped.
I got us. We're gone. Except for Dirty, who somehow was not in range. Dirty is not here. Oh, Jesus, dude. My brother, you tried to bisect me. I don't know. He's kind of fun to fight, but also kind of annoying.
There's a couple of mining spots here, so if you need anything.
That's the one I already got. Don't know
There
if
should be
there's
one on the other side.
Yeah, I guess there is.
Yeah.
Rathalos shock trap effective. Oh, is that where Darty is?
He's got 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
10 seconds to beat that ass.
I was gonna say, not even. Once it displays 10 is when there's 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already been sitting on 10 seconds. He has even less. Gravio swing. Ah, yes, a coma sack.
Like falling into a coma.
Pretty much. Was fighting the Rathalos? Well, that's why I was wondering. I was like, wait, I did my massive burst AoE heal and it didn't heal Darty. And I was like, how the heck did it not heal Darty? And then I looked around, I was like, Darty's not in this room. I was like, oh, okay. He's
No
somewhere
wonder it
else.
says he's got 15 items he's collected or used. He's been fighting Rathalos solo.
Let's see. I can't tell if they have the light bulb over them because it's for an item that I need or not.
What are we making today?
The poisoned Capri. Paralysis negated. Honestly, the Kutku horn is not terrible. It also looks like one of the coolest ones. Ooh, I could get the Grudge Sounder too.
I need to fight the Gormagala a couple more times.
I don't think you can do it though.
Yeah. It's just, I gotta get the feelers and I don't want to.
Yeah, head breaks are annoying.
Always have been. If you want head break, you gotta play hammer or hunting horn usually. Or something at least that can stand in the face constantly, like the lance or the gun lance. I guess Sword and Shield could in theory, because can't Sword and Shield like jump really high? I remember
Yeah,
Moon's doing that all the time.
Anything catch your eye?
Archon. Oh wow, the Ajarkan set's even better. I guess there's different tiers to this shit. Wait, why is the Gravio set so freaking wrong? Oh, I haven't seen the Blongo stuff. What the shit? Okay, that's some Sun Wukong stuff right there.
Look at the other set.
That's nice. That's very nice. I hate the look of the Gravio set. But it is actually like at least armor upgrades quite substantially. Peak performance is not bad if I remember correct. Attack when health is full, yeah. It's not great, but it's not bad depending on what you're playing. Ooh, boots with trimmer resist. That's the Blongo one, so it's got Agitator. More Agitator. Counter Strike. Which I assume is after being knocked back. Okay. More Agitator and Wide Range. Wide Range can be really nice. I remember Bob running Wide Range. Like Wide Range. I think Moons was running Wide Range and Mushroom Mancer in Worlds, and it was like freaking hilarious because Moons could just like buff everyone and heal everyone just with items.
Oh yeah, Moons was our white mage.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like the Gravio set is at least the highest rarity that I can get. Yeah, there's several rarity 6 ones, so. Then what constitutes rarity 7?
Probably like the Apex monsters. Like the squid and the red owl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they give you a couple of like kind of basic rarity 7 outfits. The one that I have on is one of them.
What are we making today?
And then like the Apex monsters, like Burning was saying.
Are you talking about like the Hope set and stuff, or are you talking about like something else?
Something else.
Yeah.
Apparently there was like 11 hidden armor sets you can get in this game.
Hidden armor sets?
Yeah, like you needed to do like some village stuff, I guess.
I don't know what that was. Kept telling me I have like chat messages, and I looked and I didn't have any.
Those are probably just the monster notifications.
Yeah.
Alright, chat. That's gonna be it for me tonight. Thank you all for hanging out. Let me see who all is on. Like I said, we'll probably be back, probably be doing some, whatchamacallit. Probably some Olga if I can get around to it. I see a Miss Simon IV. I'm gonna send you guys over to her. She is doing more Marvel Rivals, so let's go give her some love. And like I said, I should be back tomorrow. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, don't forget, go check out the Saberface only versus Ort that we put up on the main channel today. And tomorrow we should have the analysis of what's his face, Dante out. So thank you all for watching. Go give Simon my love, and I will see you guys later.